Hi guys, welcome to another video. In today's video I am going to show you one of my favourite ancient Greek encyclopedia book. I've had this book now for a good number of years now, and it's full of really good resources and beautiful imagery, and it shows you like different parts of Greece like Athens, Sparta, and it covers quite a lot about ancient Greece. So it's one of my favourite ancient Greek books besides the Eyewitness magazine. So I thought to just do a video of this, and let's take a look. Yeah, this book first got released back in 2019. So it's kind of an old book, but it's one of my favourites. It's one of my first ancient Greek books that I got. It's got a map there of Greece. Speaking of Greece, we are actually going to Greece in 2026, either to Crete or Sidari in Corfu. So I am actually going to Greece. We're just in the planning stage of it at the moment, of putting cash away to cover the costs. So I really can't wait to go, because I've been wanting to go to Greece for a long time. I am actually sat in the living room, and I'm on like a very busy main junction is like in the front room, so I'm sorry if you can hear like a lot of cars beeping past. I'm not in the bedroom filming this, where it'd be a bit more quiet. Look at that. That's the Temple of Apollo in Corinth. I love mountains. If I was a deity, I would definitely be like a goddess of like sun, moon, stars, nature, mountains, love. Glittery makeup, things like that. Be a Libra goddess. I really love ancient Greek vases. I do have another one of my favourite Greek book is strictly on ancient Greek vases, because I do love ancient Greek vases. That's one of belongs to Apollo in Naxos. I think it's like a doorway of Apollo, but that one is Apollo's. Apollo is even in Roman, he's one of the major Greek deities, and nearly in every city in Greece, there's always a temple, nearly everywhere, to Apollo. He's very, 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 very important. And he's very important also in the Roman religion as well. That's also one of Apollo's as well. Ancient Greece was actually beautiful back in the day. It's just a shame that, we don't do how they were doing it back then. You know, even before I got involved in religion, you know, I've always had a thing for ancient Greece. I remember when I was a kid, you know, I was watching Xena Warrior Princess when Hercules came into the series. You know, I absolutely love that show. And then original Jason the Argonauts and original Clash of Titans. So I've always had an interest in it. I think all that, I would say, kind of, you know, was my way of getting in tune with everything, because at the time I'd never even heard of Hellenic Wiccan, so it would have been really hard for me to get involved into the religion anyway when I was growing up as a kid, because I wasn't around any sources that would point me into the right direction until, you know, a few years ago, because the area that I grew up, you know, paganism was never been taught in at school. It was just Christianity, Catholic and Islam. So it wouldn't have been an easy thing for me to get involved in, really. It's only been fairly recent. I never even heard of the Greek religion until, I would say, 2019, 2020. Vangelis is also one of my favourite Greek composers. In the Mythodia album, he has this cover on the book. It's Athena, protector of Athens. As you can see, Greece is just absolutely beautiful. The Acropolis of Sparta. What I love about ancient Greece is that a lot of the art is very classical. I know that ancient Egypt artwork can be quite classical, especially with Cleopatra. But I know that a lot of ancient Greek artwork is very classical. That's a Temple of Poseidon. That's Apollo and Poseidon talking to each other. You know, Apollo was actually one of the first Greek deities that I heard of, and I watched a documentary about when I was growing up as a kid. It was speaking about him and about when the Mayans predicted that the world was going to end in 2012, and it was like it also spoke about Apollo and his oracles at Delphi. So Delphi was one of the major parts of Greece that I that I got to learn through a documentary I watched, and Apollo was one of the Greek deities that I heard of mostly growing up as a kid. That's Aphrodite's temple. So Aphrodite was actually worked with in Athens. I do use the term work for worship. In York, Athena, but known as Minerva in Roman, she's actually the patron of York, her Roman self, Minerva. I'm a soft polytheist, so I see Athena and Minerva as the same one. So, yeah. I just really like the thought of deities having pan. But if you're a hard polytheist, don't bother me what people are. I don't really judge anyone. As you can see, look, classical art, that's the Socrates. Greek identity. This is one of my favourite pictures. Acropolis and the Parthenon. Sparta Moria. Leonidas. It's the Temple of Apollo in Corinth. Temple of Hera. Hera as well was also another goddess that I heard of through Jason the Argonauts, the original, as well as Zeus and Hermes and Triton, and King Triton as well. Hercules was from when I were a kid, through Xena Warrior Princess, and also I did have a Greek mythology book when I were a kid as well. I wanted one of these books for Titanic if they had an encyclopedia on Titanic and ancient Egypt and Roman, but they didn't have one. Pericles. The decline of Athens. I have a plate of this 18 karat gold plate that I got from the charity shop. Victory of Sparta. It's Apollo there. And this is the sanctuary of the great gods there. Just a bit of notes I was taking for past life crystals and stuff. As you can see, the artwork of Greece is very classical. That's one of the, ancient Greek art is going to be one of my favourites. My favourite Greek deck is Greek mythology oracle decks. That's full of classical art, and that's why that is literally one of my favourite Greek decks that I do tend to use quite a bit due to the artwork. And due to that, it has been fairly accurate for me as well. And there you go, guys, that's the end. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoy this flip through of the Encyclopedia of Ancient Greece. If you are interested in it, it is available on eBay. That was where I bought this from, and I'm pretty sure you can buy it on Amazon as well. So I hope you enjoy this flip through, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!